Hello again! 2 videos in one day, I must be crazy. Okay, in my last video I covered a personal being cannot be non-physical. We knocked that one out of the park. Today, or 5 minutes later, a transcendent being cannot be omnipresent. Just real quick, I want to do paradox of omnipotence. I can't really touch this one. I'm sorry, this is a paradox that no one can really... So, Mr. Stenger has 1 point towards himself. I will lay this out here for you guys so as to be fair to both parties. It says, either God can create a stone that he cannot lift, or he cannot create a stone that he cannot lift. You have no other choice. He can or he can't. That's simple. If God can create a stone that he cannot lift, then he is not omnipotent, so he's not all-powerful. If God cannot create a stone he cannot lift, then he is not omnipotent, because he can't create something. Therefore, God is not omnipotent. So, more or less, this is saying there's no such thing as omnipotence. Omnipotence is impossible. And I disagree on the grounds of, really, I will give this paradox its due. I don't really have a way of explaining it away. My way of seeing it is that an omnipotent, all-powerful being would not have to obey any rules. Any rules like can or cannot, it does not have to abide by, because it is all-powerful. Any rules that would normally govern other beings do not apply to it, simply because it is all-powerful. So, that's just the way I look at it. Feel free, leave comments, let me know if I'm wrong. Go ahead. Feel free. I'm always open to suggestion. So, that brings us to right now's little... I'm sorry, I was going to do this day by day, and I got so off track with the rest of the household. So, pardon me. Okay. Here we go. A transcendent being cannot be omnipresent. 1. If God exists, then he is transcendent, i.e., outside space and time, which has to be true, because if he existed inside space and time, he couldn't create it, because he would be bound by its laws. So he is outside, or he is transcendent. If God exists, he is omnipresent, meaning he is everywhere at once. He is always with us, and he is always here. He's here, and 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 he's here. He's everywhere. Okay. 3. To be transcendent, a being cannot exist anywhere in space. I don't necessarily believe that. I'll explain in a moment. To be omnipresent, a being must exist everywhere in space. That, by its definition, is true. Hence, it is impossible for a transcendent being to be omnipresent. Therefore, it is impossible for God to exist. Okay. So, here, I will put that one up at the camera too for you guys. Right there. Go closer so you can read it. Okay. Let's kick this pig. Okay. If God exists, he is transcendent. Totally true. If God exists, he is omnipresent. Totally true. Transcendent being. This is where I have my problems. A transcendent being, meaning he is outside of space and time, does not necessarily keep him from entering space and time. Okay, mother. Alright. If this being is outside of space, let's say that I have space and time right here in my hands. Now, I can be outside of space and time. Me. God, we'll label him as a consciousness, so he is an existence outside of space and time. Let's say I am him, just for this example. In here, this is space and time, all of it. Beginning, end, right there. And I, as God, stick my hand into space and time. Here I am, I'm in space and time. I, being, hi, thank you, I got mail. Cool. I got mail, guys. Okay. I, being omnipresent, when I enter space and time, I'm everywhere in it. Ooh, I am everywhere in space and time. But I am still outside of space and time. Now, people would say that if God is omnipresent, he's been present in space and time from beginning to end. Yeah. He's been there. As a consciousness, unlike my arm, he is not subject to existence by the laws of space and time. He can be here. His consciousness can be here, can be everywhere, can fill all of space and time, and still be more than enough left over to be outside of space and time. So I've still had some objections, none of which I will get into in this video because I don't have enough time to cover them all, and I would much rather do this. So if any of you out there have any objections, feel free, throw them at me, and I'll be happy to make video responses to them, or comment responses, or whatever. So, but that is my rebuttal to a transcendent being cannot be omnipresent. He can very well be outside of space and time, while inside of space and time. Not bound by its laws, mind you, considering he is all-powerful and all-encompassing and everything like that. But that doesn't make him, pardon me, it doesn't make him any less omnipresent or any less transcendent. So, I think that covers all of the bases. We covered virtuous, moral agency, problem of evil, perfect creator, transcendence, personal being. The only problem was paradox and omnipotence. So, if I ever hear a good rebuttal to that, I will let you all know. And I will be happy to make a video about it. So, that concludes my theories on the holes in the impossible gods and God, the failed hypothesis. I still highly recommend you get this book. Read it. It's a fantastic read. Victor Stenger is a great author. Though wrong, still a great author. So, that's all I have for you guys. Take care. Peace.